Welcome back. We're here. We're watching some more Jujutsu Kaisen, where things are definitely looking peachy, squeaky clean, everything's going just the way they want it. As long as that way is mass casualties, everyone running scared, and Sukuna being released. Honestly, it could have gone better. Is brain version Ghetto's plan going to succeed? Or is Sukuna going to, go on his own little merry way? Find out something that he wants to do himself? Cause some trouble? Is he going to be held down by anything? We know that he had made the bet with one little fireman. If he can land a hit, then he'll humbly serve him. How's that going to work out? Considering the last few episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm expecting some pretty good animation, some nice cinematography, and a balls-to-the-wall kind of story. Let's see it. I mean, if you're going to start off the episode with him falling through the sky... At least he's back having fun. How long has he been confined within Yuji's body, having just watched the events unfold when he could have done so much himself? Obviously not trying to help out, but... I think if you have Jogo even faring slightly well against Sukuna, it would go a long way into showing his kind of strength and power level, but at this point I'm not sure what can really stop him other than Itadori himself being like, no, this is my body, back in your cage. Although, considering the fight he had against Choso, I'm not sure he's ready for that one yet. And what was up with the whole seeing himself as his, around the table with the other brothers? We've got Itadori weaseling his way into so many lives, quite closely, even his enemies, apparently. Oh no. That is some impressive reflexes if he can turn around and he's already behind him like this, just strolling normally along the street. Is he going to be able to even see or get anywhere? Maybe with this many rabbits, at least he'll have some distraction. Maybe he'll be able to run into someone more worthy of a fight. That's all we can hope for, really, for maybe to... do something. I like the little swinging rabbit. He is so experienced. This fight scene where dodging and blocking with his teeth. And now that they are... those poor rabbits. If he's showing his skill and power just through pushing bits of debris like this, holy Christ. We know he's just toying with him. Why don't they make these doors panda accessible? He's not one for following along this conversation, having to sacrifice everyone else to get to Gojo, and using that representation to prove his point. I mean, he listened to him. You little bitch. Of course, for someone with this voice, you can expect him to play fair. Do anything he can to get one up for himself. And what if you do actually run across someone worth saving along the way? Maybe his blustering and fear to run away was worth it all. He just needs to... Well... Looks like trouble has found them. I don't want to get murdered. Keep it coming just as long as possible, really. Maybe make a few drink and snacks to go along with it. Ooh, some of the sound design there, the crunch. You have to give it to Megami. He is quick on his feet, able to dash over the buildings and the like, keeping out of harm's way immediately. I mean, bringing her along in a situation like this with so many sorcerers out on the street and battling away. Yeah, you definitely want someone that can do a little bit of field aid. Yeah, might as well just get in one last smoke. He looked mildly annoyed about being made wet. Electric and water on top of each other. Hopefully it's at least left some sort of scratch. How many little pets is he going to have left by the end of this fight, though? That's the main thing. Because he's got... And that timing was... not in the balls. If he can land a hit at least. No. So his body is actually not fighting completely on instinct. There's memories there. He recognizes him, does he? there was something for him, and that being his son. Is the feelings of the past going to seep through into this current state, his new body? This is. In order to save his son from himself. And now back to the kid. You could delve into the meaning behind that, but would you really want to know the answer? Good thing that only seems like a light wound rather than a full piercing through the torso. Ah, fuck. Didn't learn his lesson, I see. Nanami needed to hit a bit harder. However, once they get the plan started and through, they'll be somewhat closer to what they actually want. So, all for the greater good as they see it. At least she was cognizant at least of that. There's no saving him per se, but at least his legacy and his memory. Hey? No, this is well as good as pest clearance. Well, at least one side of it isn't really going to interfere or interact with them again, but since we were introduced to those two, how big of a impact and issue are they going to be? There's so many little family value moments in this. The students all together, this ragtag group, Chosso and the Blood Brothers. I'm a panda. Does he want to press that point a little more? Oh? He is confident in himself. Oh, he's finished his lollipop. Yeah, he's confident in himself that he can hold out for a while. Not just, oh, am I gonna win? No, it's a, how long before he gets into a proper fight? Even without knowing, I think I can tell. How much of the city is going to be left after his little... after his little play date here, his... The... I'm actually turning this up. The music's pretty damn good. how much is of a backdraft is he going to cause in the buildings just to try and cause some damage to him? Is there going to be much left of him by the end of this fight, even if he can regenerate parts of himself? And so now he kind of has to prove it a little. We're now getting molten, just asphalt and everything being tossed around the city. If this is Jogo going all out, he could have done so much more harm than what we saw him do. He was really being restrained. Oh, he can control it like that. Really, do you need the... I saw a face there. There is some very soft and loose animation being held here for Sukuna, and I am all for it. He's trying to reattach his jaw at the minute. He knows right now the bigger picture is they're all screwed if they stay, not this little fight they're having. Do you want to be caught up in it? Panda, run! They can continue their quarrel later. Is he playing Katamari Damacy in the middle of the city? Fuck. Well, is anyone going to take the test and see if he's bluffing or not? Is he gonna... I like how they... Oh, is a blink counters moving? At least they knew, so as soon as that signal is given, we're out or we're dead. In fact, he is just playing around with it. So this meteor, he's not trying to escape it himself. This is just another little game. Fuck's sake. Well, why not try it one more time? Who knows? The difference... It might make all the difference. With his own specialty. It looks like he's picked up a trick or two, or his legacy has been watered down through the ages. I feel like he's not just going to let it end so easily. Sukuna seems to be having some fun, even if it is only minor. with heat so high the glass itself is vaporizing as it falls. Did many people manage to get out from underneath the meteor? Ooh. In fact, in this moment, he is. That's one way to describe him. He's having a conversation with the deceased. And how far away is that meeting going to be? Even in his little mind palace, he's intruding. He's not one for their plans. Whereas, why don't you start again? Level playing field. Why be content? And for that, he has his thanks. Do you really want to raise your head? We saw what happened before. Well, at least he can hold that high. Some actual emotion. Whoa. Crispy. Waiting in the shadows just for the right opportunity. Ah. Something that he recognizes as well. Well, maybe you shouldn't have tried having so much fun. Also, thunderclap. It could mean several things, but I so like how the scales just keep getting tipped. You've got the balance of things being thrown out constantly. You had the fight in the bathroom, Yuji and Choso. Two fairly competent fighters and the like. Dagon overpowering Nanami and whatnot. Now you've got Sukuna just kind of wiping the floor with everything, just walking through his own. He is just a walking disaster. Not a lot of the city being left unscathed after his little battle with Jogo, as he was putting it, you've entertained me. Not. You were actually on a fairly good level. No, you just entertained him. And that, if coming from Sukuna, sure, it holds a little water. Even if everyone teams up together to do something, I don't see how anything is going to be sorted at all unless a certain seal in prison gets lifted. And even then. Jesus Christ. There's so much to take on in this episode in particular. You've got Sukuna just showing his powers, having a little fun. In fact, he played around. No, stay put. No one thought that. No one was like, who are you to tell me? Oh shit, it's Sukuna. The fact is, okay, yeah, sure, we can hold our little grudge match, our little battle later on. I'm guessing at least some of them got out of the hellfire that engulfed the place, at least, if not unscathed, alive. Panda being at least somewhat resistant to some damage, although his fur is kind of flammable. Some of the motion and camera work in Jujutsu Kaisen just goes off the chain. I've seen good animation before. I've seen compilations of bits and pieces from animes I haven't actually seen. Probably shouldn't have watched them, but oh well. The whole shonen battle scene type thing can really go hard. It's not just the scale of things, the buildings being crushed together and whatnot. No, it's the small moments, the feelings of power and speed, even without some of the one-frame faces and the like we saw in this episode. And if you've been following along for any sort of time on my channel, you'll know that I'm a big fan of any sort of animation that goes into the more scratchy side of the art styling. When you've got where it all kind of lets itself loose to show that fluidity, power, and speed. We got that in spades on this one. Chogo meeting up with Nanami and Dagon. Oh, in another life we'll be together again. I'll see you there. Yep, he'll be joining them much sooner than later. The fact he was caught in his own fires and burnt like that. Sukuna being, oh, I see. You thought my abilities were slicing and whatnot. No, it's far more than that. What exactly does it entail? I'm still trying to get to grips with what's going on with Itadori, with his little fight there, with his interaction, the fact he piqued Sukuna's interest several times now. Does he hold some sort of sway on him? Is he going to be able to fight back and regain control hopefully before any major damage is done towards people that we actually know and care about? I don't think it's going to go all too well. The list of people that I was fearful for, at least fearful for them sustaining injuries and or dying, is growing steadily by the episode. And the fact that you've got these evil cursed spirits, evil quotation marks, wanting to sow the land, wipe the monkeys off of it, take their place. Such naive plans. Why not aim higher? It's going to take quite a lot to rebuild the city after today. The fact that Sukuna was just having a little fun. Is he going to honour the deal he made with Jogo even slightly? He did say if he can land a blow on him, he'll wipe out the humans within Shibuya. But he didn't even manage that. Maybe he'll just take out, I don't know, 20% as a gesture of goodwill. But when you had Toji's spirit break through and eliminate himself to save his own son, Jesus Christ. I'm not sure entirely what the connotation behind that was. The dark grey, black sclera, when he's just fighting off pure instinct and battle-hardened readiness. to recognizing his son, to stop any major damages and losing something that actually meant something. Sharpened stick to the brain will sort that out. Sacrificing himself and his newly acquired body, I guess. How much more time did he manage to get in? I'm guessing he couldn't completely overwhelm his own his own ingrained sense of battle. So I had to remove himself. Otherwise, he could have been quite a useful bit of fighting force. Well, I wonder if it worked out for the best. Making me still just covered in blood and slashed against a wall. No one can really catch a break, can they? If you enjoyed this episode, and here's one to definitely pay attention to, no. Leave a like and a comment down below. I'm not sure I'm going to be ready anytime soon to watch more. I'm scared of what might come. Join to my Discord if you want to see anything, any news or anything. But for now, give yourselves a bit of rest. I'll hopefully see you for the next one. I hope that one day I can be told that I've been doing a good job, something to be proud of. Unfortunately, maybe not for watching anime on the internet. Still, I do need to thank Noku, Sal, Croyville, Diego Zenhausen, Guado, Kite, Raywin, Lightwizard91, Shiwan, Tori Jane, and everyone else. Because the support from them is really the kind words that I need. And if you would like to help make the channel last a little bit longer, maybe even in the face of utter devastation, consider joining on as well.